Kant was a 19th century German philosopher, most known for his works in ethics, metaphysics, epistemology, and aesthetics. Kant was born, lived, and died in Königsberg, Germany. He never left town, and since he was so regular in his daily habits, the locals would actually set their clocks according to when he was on his afternoon walks. One day, while reading some work of David Hume, he supposedly woke up from his dogmatic slumber, created some of the most important philosophical works of the modern era. One of Kant's greatest works would be his synthesis of rationalism and empiricism to create a concept called bridging the gap. Since rationalism is getting knowledge through reason, and empiricism is getting knowledge through your experiences and senses, Kant decided to throw them both in a blender and create his bridging the gap theory. Kant decided that you get knowledge from both your senses and experiences, as well as from logic and reason. For example, your friend jumps off a cliff. If you're a rationalist, you would know that he's probably dead and would go home and make yourself a sandwich. If you're an empiricist, you would run off the cliff after your friend to see if they were okay. But if you were a smart bridge-the-gapper like Kant, you would realize, oh, that probably hurt. He's probably dead, and I should call 911 and get my butt down to the bottom safely so I can help him out. Another of Kant's greatest philosophical developments would be his thoughts on deontology. In philosophy, there are two general types of ethical theorists: categoricalists and deontologicalists. Kant was a deontological guy, believing that moral judgment relied on the individual's actions and duty instead of the consequences of the action. Kant created a thing called categorical imperative. The categorical imperative is a universal moral law that Kant created to help show that if something is right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong, no matter what the circumstances. The categorical imperative breaks down into three maxims. One being that all actions must have universality, basically saying that you should only do something that you believe it's okay for absolutely everybody to do, including your 2-year-old brother and 95-year-old great-grandmother. For example, you feel like throwing eggs at your coworker's house. Now, imagine everyone in the entire world doing the exact same thing. Would you think this seems a little bit odd and would not like to be living in this? And you enjoy having your eggs for breakfast, then you should probably not do it. The next maxim is that you are never to use people to get what you want. So, copying someone else's textbook work every day because you want a mark without doing any work is a big no-no. Lastly, the third maxim states that you should act as if you could be the one who makes up all the moral laws. So, in other words, you try to exemplify the other moral laws as if you have the power and responsibility to create them. Now, who could have thought that such a small guy like Immanuel Kant could have made such a colossal impact on society? Well, I guess that's what you say. Great things come in small packages, and that is no exception for our dear friend Immanuel Kant.